up, guys? Welcome back to Anything Alexia. My name's Alexia, and today, here's the deal. You guys loved my videos about banned candy that could, you know, people. So I did a part 2, and you guys loved the part 2 too. So then I was like, Alexia, you gotta put your thinking cap on. I took my cap, I put it on my head, and I was like, let's look for more banned videos. So today, we're not gonna be talking about candy. We're gonna be talking about cartoons that you'll watch on your TV that have also been banned. And these cartoons are so bad that it actually caused someone to actually... I'm not even joking about that, guys. I wish I was, but I'm not. So let's take a peep on how bad these cartoons really are. But before we start this video, you gotta subscribe. You gotta smash like, or else your favorite cartoon is gonna be banned from TV too. And I'm pretty sure you don't want that to happen. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, we're gonna, holy JC, why is there a spider on the screen? Who would freaking do that? Gonna have a heart attack already. Let's skip that part and get on to the cartoons.
Number 10. South Park.
Oh, South
Super
Park!
Best
I like
Friend.
South Park!
Even though South Park is an animated show, the long-running series about 4 boys growing up in the small Colorado town of South Park is definitely not a show for children.
Whoa! Did I just say it's not for kids? Whoops! I've definitely been watching South Park for a long time, guys. And I was definitely pretty young. I mean, I guess if they say if it's not for kids, if you're younger, maybe don't watch it, but I did.
The show does a great job of making fun of current topics in the news and pop culture. Along the way, creators Matt Stone and Trey Parker have offended many with their satirical jokes. But in a special 2-part episode of the show, which marked the 200th episode for the series, Parker and Stone went too far in the eyes of Comedy Central.
Why?
This is because the episode featured Muhammad, the Muslim prophet, as a character. Along with that, other characters like Jesus and Buddha were shown too, and that made the religious community very angry.
Oh no, what were they doing?
This led to physical threats of a fatwa being issued to Parker and Stone from Muslim extremist groups.
Oh my
When the episode aired, Comedy Central censored it by blocking out Muhammad in every scene he was in and removing his dialogue. This episode has not re-aired since.
So you're telling me they had to put that big bulky censor bar over the character for the whole freaking episode? That's so jokes. I could just imagine the TV network being like, yeah, sorry guys, we can't air this episode. Too offensive. And the creators were like, bro, we worked so freaking hard on this episode. There's gotta be something we could do. And then they're like, oh, I got it. Let's put a big bulky and very distracting censor bar in the middle of the screen for the whole freaking episode. I'm sure nobody will notice, but they noticed.
Number 9. TALESPIN. Flying Dukes.
I've never heard of this.
TALESPIN is the infamous cartoon show that people still think should have lasted a lot longer.
Oh, I like
While the
teddy
show
bears,
only had 1 season under its belt, it did have a whopping 65 episodes. But it would be the final episode of the series that would garner controversy. The episode had it all. In it, Baloo is asked to deliver a package to the High Marshal of the fictional country Thembria. Unbeknownst to Baloo, though, the package is actually a bomb given by manufacturers who want to start a war.
No!
Yes, that is indeed a terrorist plot mixed into a show about talking animals who have the credentials to pilot aircraft.
Oh my
For this reason, the episode would be banned from playing ever again on Disney channels.
Whoa! Did they just say on Disney? You're telling me the producers at Disney thought that bringing a bomb on an airplane is an amazing idea for a kid's TV show? Like, what? Disney, what were you thinking, bro? What are we trying to teach people these days? If I'm bringing something on an airplane, it's gonna be a pillow and a blanket, cause your girl's gonna be passed out the whole time. I don't know about your sick and twisted brain, but when I'm thousands and thousands of feet flying in the air, I'm not thinking about no weapons of mass destruction. I'm trying to stay in the air, not crashing back down, but that's just my opinion.
Though it would play once in 1999 on TOON
it just
Disney,
played once on the
possibly by
air.
mistake. Number 8. Gargoyles. Deadly Force.
Ooh,
Everyone
creepy.
knows that Disney is known for its fun, jolly, and bright-colored themes when it comes to cartoons. But Gargoyles was the only Disney show that maintained a darker tone throughout its series run. The show is about mythology.
Guys, isn't Gargoyles the thing that's on the building in Hunchback of Notre Dame? You know that movie with like the big hunchback guy and right deep inside of you like they're trying to suck out your soul.
During the day and fight crime at night. The originality never fails to amaze us. It was basically like Batman, except instead of being Playboy billionaires during the day, the gargoyles were subjected to being castle decorations instead. So while scenes of violence weren't a native concept of the show, one episode featured a scene deemed too graphic to show unedited.
Why?
This particular episode had one of the gargoyles, named Broadway, playing around with a gun that belonged to Elisa, the human detective in her apartment. The gun accidentally goes off, and to Broadway's shock and horror, he discovers the bullet hit Elisa and finds her lying in a pool of her own blood. While the episode was meant to teach about gun safety, the episode would be pulled from the air because of the graphic nature of the scene. It would later re-air, but Elisa's blood would be edited out.
I guess at least they re-aired it and blurred out the blood? You see, guys, this is why you never play with... You know? Don't even touch it. Don't even freaking look at it. You might set it off. You never know. You're better safe than sorry. But again, that's just my opinion.
Number 7. Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, Beavis and Butthead. Those are the people that are like...
Beavis and Butthead is no stranger when it comes to banned episodes, as the show has pushed the limits a few times. So while the show could have had its own list dedicated to its banned episodes, the episode we shall focus on is the one that ended in tragedy. In the episode titled Comedians, Beavis and Butthead try their hand at being stamped.
But he's literally juggling like chainsaws and stuff. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think that's very safe. When I'm juggling stuff, I want to juggle stuff that's light, that's maybe round with no sharp objects, because what if that thing falls on my foot, you know? I'm trying to keep all 10 toes.
And try their hand at being stand-up comedians. When they ultimately fail, Beavis ends up burning the comedy club down when he lights some newspapers on fire. A month later, a boy in Ohio set fire to his family's trailer home who was apparently inspired by the show to copy the stunts that Beavis pulled in the episode. This led to the tragic death of the boy's baby sister. Because of this, the episode was pulled from airing on MTV eventually, although the network did try showing an edited version first. This led to fan complaints and threats though, so MTV stopped showing it completely.
Guys, that is so freaking sad! See guys, that's why you can't just do everything that you see on TV! You ever hear the saying, if somebody jumps off a cliff, are you gonna follow them too? Now tell me, what's your answer to that? Would you jump off the cliff if someone else did? Yeah, that's what I thought! I don't think you would either! So if you see someone on TV playing with fire and newspapers, are you gonna do that too? The answer is no, you shouldn't. But it's still super sad for that story because it's actually a real story that actually happened.
Number 6. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Insane in the Membrane. The 2003 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series adopted more from the comics than a lot of the other TMNT series. The Turtles' personalities were much closer to the source material, and the stories were much more serious and darker. As a result, the show took a much darker tone than the 1987 series, so much so that an episode never aired in the US.
Why?
The episode in question was called Insane in the Membrane, and was about Baxter Stockman. Throughout the series, Shredder had been sold.
What is that? But he looks like he's in some cyborg robot manufacturing plant or something. Or maybe he's just working for Tesla. Who knows?
Throughout the series, Shredder had been slowly chopping off pieces of Stockman's body whenever he had failed him, already dark on its own, until he was just a brain in a jar. Cloning himself in a new body, Stockman plans to take his revenge, but his body starts deteriorating at an alarming rate. The graphic imagery of a decomposing body was too much for the Fox censors, and a change in staff caused the formerly approved episode to be banned from it.
Oh my god, just thinking about that makes me wanna vomit! That one, okay, I could see why it was banned. I mean, comics are comics, they're funny, they're entertaining, but I don't think if you look at a comic, it should make you want to throw up. But again, that's just my opinion.
Number 5. Sailor Moon, Day of Destiny. If we start talking about the uncensored version of the show, that is going to take the remaining part of this video. The story of young girls turned into superheroes was an absolute phenomenon when it hit American TV, but the addition of English voices wasn't the only change made when bringing Sailor Moon from Japan. Sailor Moon was one of the many animes that was heavily edited for American audiences.
Oh,
one of the aspects
that
were cut from the American release of the show was the lesbian relationship between sailors Neptune and Uranus.
What?
In the American
with
dub,
that? Why is
Neptune
that
and
cut?
Uranus were depicted as cousins, which is what made their longing gazes and tender moments seem so creepy. Due to this rewrite, episodes that featured intimate scenes between Neptune and Uranus were essentially banned from the American release. Any episodes that focused on their relationship were never shown in America, with the cousin angle being pushed as hard as possible since America deemed a gay relationship inappropriate for a children's show. Ironically, scenes where the two held hands and looked lovingly into each other's eyes ended up seeming way less appropriate than a gay relationship would have been.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to cover up one thing and just created a whole new situation on the other. I think they should have just left it in. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Tiny Toon Adventures,
Tiny
Elephant
Toon
Issues.
Adventures!
While this segment of the Tiny Toon Adventures episode called Elephant Issues was intended to promote a stance against drinking, the producer's self-awareness of the evils of alcohol certainly missed its mark. After facing peer pressure to consume beer, Buster, Plucky, and Hampton quickly fall into a downward spiral as they arrive drunk at school, leer at women, and steal a cop car, and must face the consequences of driving under the influence.
They stole a
The
car?
graphic and careless
That's
behavior
not
of
good.
characters
That's
designed to
not
be
good
watched
at
by
all.
children was declared to be not only inappropriate, but irresponsible. Underage drinking is a no-no, people. Needless to say, this reckless PSA was banned from television for its alcohol content.
Oh no! God, like they said, if you're underage, don't be drinking no happy apple juice, if you know what I mean. It's not good for you and it could definitely be dangerous. But I guess they were just trying to teach kids a lesson, but it didn't really work out. So I guess nice try, Teletoons, but not really.
Number 3. Pokemon, Electric Soldier
I
Porygon.
love Pokemon. What
Pokemon
did they do
as
wrong?
a whole has had quite an impact on people around the world in terms of pop culture ever since the show was released. However, before the show crossed over into other countries, a controversial episode was released that impacted the health of many children in Japan.
Why?
In the notorious episode titled Electric Soldier Porygon, Ash and his friends end up traveling into a Pokemon transfer device to fix it. While in cyberspace, Pikachu has to attack virtual missiles with his lightning attack, causing an explosion. This explosion causes a strobe-like effect, where blue and red colors flash at a rapid pace on screen. This effect would cause almost 700 children in Japan to have some sort of medical issue, including seizures, dizziness, temporary blindness.
What? Seizures, vision issues, and temporary blindness? Pokemon, bro, what are you doing to these kids? I mean, I get you were trying to do this on purpose, but I mean, maybe tone down your editing a little bit, if you know what I mean. We're trying to watch Pokemon battles over here, not partying up at a disco with a strobe light.
Pokemon as a series went off the air in Japan for 4 months following this incident.
Whoa!
And the now infamous episode.
They went off the air for 4 months? It's just like there's someone who got canceled on YouTube. You know, they do something bad, they get canceled, they're gone for a bit, but then bam, they're back.
Number 2.
SpongeBob!
This is a photoshopped image of the famous cartoon SpongeBob SquarePants.
Holy, look
The
at
image
that
is
picture on
not
the
real,
left.
but we get the idea behind it. Everyone thinks that SpongeBob is a fun, family-rated cartoon, but the show has had its fair share in banned episodes. The episode Gary Takes a Bath was banned in the United Kingdom and Australia due to the don't drop the soap gag involved in the script, which was regarded as inappropriate for a children's cartoon. Also, while SpongeBob is assaulting Gary's mind with subliminal messages, a picture of a strange, cross-eyed girl with freckles and pigtails appears suddenly with a giggle that was deemed too frightening for younger viewers.
Yeah, it's just weird. I don't know really what they were trying to get at with that, SpongeBob, but maybe your scriptwriter was a little tired, or maybe you drank too much fun apple juice that day, but that's just a little weird.
Ren and Stimpy, man's best friend.
I've never heard
First of all, this show is absolutely gross and should never have aired on any network. We don't hate too many things in life, but we do hate rats. Ren is a gross, psychotic Chihuahua dog, and Stimpy is a grosser rat. In the episode Man's Best Friend, both of the animals are purchased by an even more psychotic human who has anger issues. The man tries to teach Ren and Stimpy how to be pets the hard way, and toward the end of the episode, the man asks the pets to attack him. This is to help them become faithful attack animals. And even though Stimpy hesitates, even at getting molested by the man, Ren takes a bat and beats the man so much that he dies. Things like this don't play out well for the younger kids,
Yo,
so
I
this
don't like
episode was
this.
banned from getting airtime.
Yeah, I feel
Our
like
only
this whole
question
show
is,
should be banned.
how was the whole show not banned?
That show just seems sick and twisted. I got super bad vibes watching that show, and the whole plot is just a bad idea in my eyes. Guys, comment down below if you agree that any of these shows should have been banned, or if you think that they might have made the wrong call. Also, don't forget to smash like, smash subscribe. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you all in the next video. Mwah!